What is up, you guys? It is Sky, and this is What's So Funny. Woo. So, obviously, I'm not in my normal filming location, which is typically my house. Yeah, I'm in my car at the park. So, it's gonna be the same thing as it normally is. We talk about comedy and just life and such. And trust me, there's a lot to get down in 20 minutes, so let's get down to business. Not copyrighted. Anyhow, so, man, do we have a lot to talk about. First off, April 3rd was 9 months into this comedy gig, which, it doesn't feel like it's been 9 months, one. Two, it's crazy to think that I can say I've been doing this 9 months because the idea of doing something that was originally pleasure, which it still is pleasure, but the idea of doing it 9 months is just absolutely crazy. And I'm really proud of the fact that I've been doing it consecutively for 9 months, and I have zero plans to stop. In fact, that goes into my second point, which is I've now started running my own open mic, which, wasn't one of my micro goals, as Jimmy Ward III would say. I remember one of the first questions he asked was, "What are your goals?" And I remember that was exactly my answer. I didn't have one. I didn't have any. I think one of my goals was, eventually headlining. Was that realistic? Absolutely the fuck not. It was a goal I just come up with, headlining. But, then he said, even if they're micro goals, that could be a goal. And so then I started really thinking hard, what do I want? Was open mic one of them? No. In fact, one of my goals was to do more open mics, if anything else. I hadn't really told anybody what my goals were, but I had started thinking in my head, what do I want my goals to be? But it is really funny that, eventually, I had talked to Nancy Abraham, and it's you have this great opportunity. You are really good at hosting, or you have this really great personality. You'd be really good at hosting. You should try to run your open mic. I wouldn't even begin to know how to get out there and start doing that. And then, one day I really sat down and thought about it. I'm like, okay, where do I go? So I kid you not, I had written down all these places, which was anywhere from Geneva to Akron to Montrose, and somewhere else. Parma was my last, actually, which was hilarious. And you're probably thinking, Ashtabula is one of them. Why the hell are you going all the way out there? Those are the places I was used to necessarily, performing. I'm not used to performing in my own area, in Parma, which is actually where I'm from. Well, I'm from Brecksville, but I digress. But I'm not used to performing in my own hometown, in my own area. So it's I'm used to performing in Ashtabula. I'm used to performing in XYZ. So it's I'm not used to performing in Parma. I'm really not. So when I did a show in Ashtabula, I was performing there so much, which I'm going to be doing again. It's people thought I was actually from Ashtabula, and they're like, Skylar from Ashtabula. And I was like, huh? There's another Skylar? And they were referring to me. I'm like, oh, you mean me? So I was okay with it, but I got confused. I thought there was another Skylar, and they're pointing to me. I'm like, oh, gotcha. So I was okay with that, but it just confused me. But now I run my own open mic, and I'm very proud of that. Even if it's small right now, it doesn't get a lot of people. I am immensely proud of how far I've come in 9 months. And it's at the Tipsy Flamingo, which again, this is not a joke. I was actually adopted into a Polish Slovak family, so it really gives me pride for my Polish side to be in a Polish place where my open mic is. And I do actually have a little uniform I wear, even though I don't have to. It is a pink flamingo button down with a pink flamingo tie that's older than me. The tie is older than me. I've had that tie since I was in middle school. My dad gave it to me. It was my very first tie that I was given, and I learned how to tie with. So I wear that thing with pride. And again, that thing's older than me. My dad had it in like the 70s, 80s, something like that. So again, it is older than me, and I love it. Did I ever think I was gonna wear it in an open mic? No, but I did wear it a couple dances. So, okay, so that's the comedy side. Oh, and I have a couple shows coming up. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at the Cove. Actually, not gonna lie, that is my favorite place to perform, even though it's at Geneva on the Lake. It's bumfuck far away, but I love performing at the Cove for a multitude of different reasons. I like the people there. Just shout out to Eric, who has taught me how to do sound there. Love doing that. Shout out to Marco, who, again, one of my favorite people there. And then, you know, I just love it there. I love performing there. It's probably just, I love it there. I love it there. It's my favorite place. So I have locally my favorite place. My second favorite place probably to do open mics at is a tie between the 5 O'Clock Lounge in Lakewood and which I haven't done lately, because I'm not gonna lie, Mondays I've been very exhausted from the weekend and I need to get back to the 5 O'Clock Lounge, and I feel really bad. But again, the weekend lately has been kicking my ass, so I do apologize. I need to get back at that. And then probably, I'm not gonna lie, my own, I'm not counting my own, but Tipsy Flamingo is such a cute place. But probably my second favorite place. I don't know if I have a second favorite place right now. Probably the 5 O'Clock Lounge right now is my second favorite place. But first favorite place. But yeah, I've been just kicking ass doing comedy shows and stuff and comedy work. Now, I know that people are wondering, because people have asked, what is with the name change? And where on earth did that come from? I'm starting to come in my own as a comedian, and I'm very proud of that. With that being said, there was a little bit of shift change, if you will. And I no longer go by my name Skylar. I am still Skylar, obviously, but on stage now, I am trying to go by a stage name, which is Kilo Kid. And no, it has nothing to do with drugs. That's part of the joke, which it is true. It has nothing to do with drugs. And there's a joke behind it. You'll have to go into the shows and find out why, but I will say it has nothing to do with drugs, and it really doesn't. But if you must know, it was a name given to me by another comedian named Cliff, due to the joke that is based off of, which, and basically now I love the name because of the joke, and I love that I can make merch out of it. I love that the joke, I can go 1,000 different ways with the joke, and yeah, so I love Kilo Kid. I love that I don't always have to go and do the Kilo Kid reference, and I can just say the joke. But then, you know, I love the merch I've made, which, yes, speaking of now, I do have merch of my own. One of them I am wearing. I dig out with 10,000 spoons. Kilo Kid Sky, it's the one right there. Yes, I have lots of merch on me. That's from my friends, Marty, Brandon. So yeah, I got another one there somewhere. I don't remember. No, I think it's just a Marty and Brandon right now. Yeah. So, no, and I Bill Stone. Oh my God, Bill Stone was one of the first I got. Haha, it's buried in there somewhere. I have so many bracelets. It's not even funny. Including my own. But with that being said, I also have a really big announcement. I am also doing a kid-friendly comedy show. I'm working on one that I'm doing, and then possibly a second one. What I mean by kid-friendly is it's going to be kid-friendly jokes, but it's also for the DD population, which is developmentally disabled, or and it's why I say it's kid-friendly. All the jokes that you hear by me on stage, none of those will be said in front of the DD population. I would obviously never say them. But, like the dugout of North Korea, for instance, I would never say in front of this group. But I can change it so I can make it like kid friendly. Like I dug out of Parma to go to so-and-so to make it kid friendly. So it's gonna be very fun. It's my first time. Very excited. And we're just gonna have a lot of fun with it. So the people I'm doing it for are very excited. It's a good friend of mine and her friends, so it's gonna be very exciting. They're gonna get free merch, so they're very excited. And then also on not comedy note, I did go to a, I guess, Comic-Con, if you will, for those who are not geeks, nerds. It was actually a Steel City Con is what it was called. It was in Monroe, Pennsylvania. As you guys know, when I'm not a comedian, when I'm not on stage, I am a nerd. And I guess I consider myself more of a nerd. I was gonna say if I'm a geek or a nerd, yeah, I'm a nerd. And I got to meet Chucky himself, Brad Dourif, Don Mancini, the creator of Chucky. For a lot of people who don't know, I am a huge Chucky fan. I'm a huge Chucky fan. And I couldn't have been more happy. My service dog, so happy. Got to meet Alex Covert from Grandma's Boy, which, again, big Grandma's Boy fan. So in heaven. Got to meet Mr. Cheezel, and his name is escaping me right now. His real name is escaping me. Watch, I'm gonna make this video, go back, and then Kevin Nealon. I just remembered his name off the top of my head. And he was very sweet. And then, on top of it, got Nick Swanson's autograph from last con they had. So I bought it. I was really excited, so I got that. That is a bonus. So I was really excited. And then I find out when I get home from the con that there is and Christine was there, so I got her autograph on my Chucky doll. So I was really excited about that. Then I get home, and I jokingly said before I left the con, I said, oh, you know what, it'd be really funny if I got Alex Vincent's autograph who played Andy. That'd be really cool, but I doubt that's ever gonna happen anytime soon. I ate those words, and I ate those words fast. I'm trying to go to sleep when I get home. I go on Facebook. HorrorCon, May 2nd, in Columbus, Ohio. Alex Vincent and Christine are going to be there. Yes. Andy Barkley and Kyle are going to be there. Well, I guess I'm going to HorrorCon to get Alex Vincent's autograph. I was psyched. I am like, you have got to be shitting me. I made that joke a few hours ago, not realizing it was actually going to come true. F me. I literally couldn't believe it. I genuinely couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, are you shitting me? Like, you're kidding me, right? Like, that can't be true. Like, that cannot be true that Alex Vincent's sincerely going to be there. Like, really? And it was true. And I'm like, well, for $20 for one day, I'm going to go and meet Alex Vincent. Now, people from like A House of a Thousand Corpses are going to be there. Like, that's cool, but I want to meet Alex Vincent. I want to get this Chucky autograph. Yeah. I couldn't sleep that night. I don't know what time I went to sleep, but I couldn't sleep that night. It was very hard because, yeah. I was so psyched, beyond psyched. I was jumping for joy, man, and it was the greatest thing. And yeah, so May 2nd, I'm going to HorrorCon, which that is my first HorrorCon. That was my first SteelCon, but it wasn't my first con, so. And then I saved my money so I can go to GalaxyCon again for the 3rd year. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think it's my 3rd year, so I'm very excited. I always go at my service dog for any cons because with that many people, yeah, it's my anxiety's through the roof, and it's like, But yeah, so that was my whole nerd palooza, if you will. I did get an Egg Boy. If you don't know who that is, I got my own little Egg Boy. Yes, I'm a that's Has-Been Hotel. I got my own little Egg Boy for my car, and then I got my own Blitz. I love him. You guys can see on my Facebook, I have like little car ornaments, and they were originally all octopi. They're not all octopi anymore. I have the original octopi that I gave to a friend who unfortunately passed away. That one stays. I have an ocelot, excuse me, a lobster, Blitz, an Egg Boy. I think this is Chili, because Chili and this is Chili, because Chili and Bingo look the same. Stitch, Groot, let's see what we got here. Angel, Rocket, I think this is Bluey, and then a rainbow octopi who are left. And so yeah, those are my little decorations on my car. And yes, I can see out of my car. Yes, I'm 5'3", I can still see over the steering wheel. It is funny though, because my steering wheel, if you lower it, it's literally sitting in my lap. So if I try to get out, I bust my crotch trying to get out. It's fun, so it has to be up more. There we go. But yeah, it's been one crazy month. Like, it really has. And then I have my birthday open mic coming up, which that's gonna be crazy, because that's probably gonna run longer than any of my open mics. It's not gonna be your typical open mic. It's gonna be run like an open mic, but it's gonna be a party. So we're not gonna end. We're gonna run open mic a lot longer than your typical open mic, so people can show up. We're gonna run it like an open mic, but it's gonna be a party too. There's gonna be music. It's gonna be great. So, I'm excited. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I do apologize that this cut out, so it's gonna be a weird video because I had an alarm set for work. But I will talk to you guys later for the next time. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys all later. Talk to you later. Bye.